Alright guys, today we're out here doing a review of a handgun that is very common in America right now. A lot of people carry it. It's the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard. I got it in my pocket right now, pocket holster. We'll get into that more in a bit. But this gun right here is great little carry gun. You can carry it with you at all times. It fits in just about any kind of outfit that you might have. Obviously, the 380 is a compromised caliber, if you will. But what we're going to do today is we're going to do some shooting here, see if we can make some steel ring. After that, we're going to break the gun down, go over some pros and cons, different ways to carry it, and then we're going to go into some chronograph tests of a couple popular carry loads. But right now, let's see if we can make a little bit of steel ring. Alrighty guys, as you can see, it's definitely accurate enough at self-defense distances. We're going to get into the breakdown right now. Alright guys, we're going to do a quick tabletop here for the Bodyguard 380. We'll take it apart, show you how that goes. You lock the slide to the rear, you rotate this little lever. This thing likes to kind of lock open or pop down. But there you go. You pull this out, sometimes it'll come straight out with your hand, which you did there. Release it. Take your spring out. Take your barrel out. And that's your field strip Bodyguard 380. So it's not quite as easy as some of the striker fired guns, but it's definitely not difficult either. Put it back together, you just do the same thing in reverse order. Put the spring in there, put the slide bag on, we're going to lock it to the rear here. And to put this in, the barrel has to be all the way forward. Let me see if I can get it to line up there on the camera. Hold on. I'm not sure if you guys can see there, but if the barrel's back like that, you won't be able to line it up. So you got to pull it forward to get this little piece in there. And then just push it down. And you got to kind of work it in there. There's a little retaining lever, if you will, or spring. You kind of have to get down in there. There we go. And we're going to slide it forward. And we're good to go. Alright, let's get into some of the features of the gun. Obviously it's a double action only gun, meaning you pull the trigger in the safe direction. The hammer comes back, which you can see here in the camera. Hammer goes back and goes forward. Double action gun only. It's a long trigger pull, but of the little 380s, in my opinion, it's probably the best. I've had the LCP, I've had the TCP, never had the Diamondback 380, but I've shot it. And this one has the best trigger pull in my opinion. It's very smooth, good trigger pull. It has usable sights, which is good. One of the big reasons I sold the LCP was the sights were just so terrible. Yes, I know it's a training issue, but I'd rather not spend 1,000 rounds learning how to become proficient with a gun when I could just get a gun that is easier to be proficient with. That's kind of how I look at it. It has the safety, which a lot of people don't like, myself included. But I leave it off, and it's difficult to engage. I don't see it ever happening where it would come on accidentally, but if you want it, have at it. 6+1 capacity. The magazine, it only comes with one magazine, but if you want to buy extra, they're out there and available from Smith & Wesson. We'll get into a couple of talking points. Cost. When I bought this gun, it was $300 out the door. So it's for a good quality gun. It's tough to beat. Good price. It comes with obviously it comes with the built-in Insight laser. If you choose to use it, have at it. I generally don't. One push of the button will give you a single dot, as you can see there on the paper, and push it twice, and it will blink. I'm sure you could train for it, but I imagine it'd be somewhat difficult to do under stress, particularly under a self-defense scenario. But I'm sure it's quite doable if you want to train for that. Reliability, the gun's been 100% reliable. I fired about 800 rounds for this gun. It has literally not had one malfunction, so I cannot complain about that. The trigger, like I said, it's a good trigger for the type of gun that it is. I mean, it's not going to compete with the 1911 by any means. Put it on the scale, my guess is it's probably somewhere around 10 pounds, maybe a little bit over, but it's smooth. A little bit under. As you guys can see there, it broke right at 9 pounds. Accuracy. It's definitely accurate enough for self-defense distances. That's how I'd put it. You're probably not going to win any IDPA matches with it, but for its intended role, it's plenty accurate. Weight, it weighs I believe, I want to say 12 or 13, I believe 12 ounces unloaded. So very easy to carry, and capacity 6+1, we went over that. Do a couple size comparisons for some other common carry guns out there. This is the Car CM9. It's the same size as the PM9 roughly. There's a slight difference, yes I know. But it is shorter in every dimension. It's thinner as well, as you can see here. It's definitely easier to carry, but both are pocketable, I suppose, depending on what kind of garment you're wearing. Another one here is the Shield, the Smith & Wesson Shield. Obviously, these are both 9mm, so they're going to be a little bit bigger guns. As you can see, it's considerably larger than the Bodyguard. Here's the backside, and from the top, see what it looks like. One of my favorite all-time carry guns, the Glock 26, considerably larger. Definitely not going to fit in a pocket, at least unless you're rolling cargo pockets. But you can see the Shield is much, much smaller. Obviously, like I said, the gun is an exercise in compromise. It's a lot smaller. You give up some capacity and you give up some power to a degree. But the first rule of a gunfight is have a gun. So that's the rule, and this is a good gun for you. I carry it in this John Jackson holster, excuse me. I like it a lot. DeSantis makes a good holster for it as well. There's a million other holster makers out there, but the reason I like this one is the way this finger is. When I'm in my pocket, I can just push it off, and the gun climbs out every time. It never gets stuck. So as long as you're just trained to extend that finger, you're good. I don't know if you guys can hear my dogs running around in the background. I apologize for that, but anyway, they're playing. As always, if you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. All right, thanks. Alrighty, time for the chronograph test with the Bodyguard. I'm going to be firing 2 rounds of each. We're going to fire 2 different types of hollow points and then 1 FMJ round, 1 type of FMJ round. Up first will be the 90 grain gold dots, which is my preferred carry load. After that, we're going to be shooting this DRT, which is a very inexpensive hollow point round. And the last 2 shots we'll be firing will be the MagTech FMJ round of bulk ammo. We're firing at a distance of about 7 feet. It's about 90 degrees out here with very close to 100% humidity. It's quite hot out here today. Alright, first up, the gold dots. DRT. And the MagTech. Oh, got an error on the last one, but I'm not going to redo it. That'll do.